everybody in America is not struggling. Every black person's life in America is not piss poor, struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. Y'all project what y'all had going on onto others and try to make that what everybody's life is. And it's crazy how now that it's almost time for me to go back to the States, I'm seeing more and more posts about people talking about people going back and people talking about how they want to go back and how everybody got their opinion. So let me get mine. And the main thing everybody talking about is the money, bro. But y'all gotta realize some of us have already reached financial freedom. Some of us have already learned how to make money. If people out there is charging that much in rent, I mean, it's that much money out there to get. That mean that amount of money is out there and able to get. Some of y'all have not yet cracked the code on how to make your money, and that's okay. And I feel like that's what being abroad is teaching a lot of people, how to make their money. Also, how to become more independent, not dependent on family. A lot of y'all is running away from toxic families. A lot of us are running away from toxic family, and we're learning how to navigate this world solo, independently on us, and find a community that aligns with where we are in life. I love that. But worrying about what somebody else doing, focusing on about what somebody else doing, it's just dumb. I'm just looking at the videos like, damn, people really. Or if somebody asked me, they said, why are you going back? Oh my God, you're gonna struggle, baby. Struggling days are over. If I even had to worry that I would struggle, you think I would go traveling for 365 days? Like, let's be real. Let's really look at the whole thing. Rather you backpack and budget travel, my mind wouldn't be able to even go here to do this if I felt or feared struggling. Some of y'all gotta wake the fuck up and really see life outside of your reality. You have to see reality from a whole perspective. Everybody's not going to stay here with you. Everybody's not going to stay. Like, for instance, I'm a traveler. I'm traveling for 365 days. I never told y'all I moved permanently. So my bad if y'all merged me with everybody else. I get that Thailand is trending, but I'm just on vacation. Just think of it as a long one. And to think that I have to keep my vacation going because everybody's moving here is crazy. You don't be asking these other travelers, why are you going back to your country? Why are you going? No, and their country got shit going on too. A lot of us don't associate people that look like us as traveling for 365 days, but yeah. I know so many people in America who are thriving and building wealth, living in houses they love, doing van life, really love life, have established inner peace. They know how to set boundaries. They don't deal with a lot of chaos. If they do got toxic family, they don't deal with them because they're prioritizing their peace and happiness, which is a level a lot of people have not yet reached. Like my friend who just came out here, business owner, came out here, needed a break, boom, went back to the States, did what she needed to do. She wanted mental clarity. She got it. She got what she came for, and she left. Y'all got to stop associating success with just white people. I think that's what because I know a lot of successful black people. Hell, I think all my friends is business owners. So yeah, just because it's not your reality yet does not mean that everybody's reality is your reality. Just do what works for you. If moving abroad works for you, that works for you. But stop all of that projecting shit.
President Trump just said he does not care how much his war with Iran is impacting your wallet.
When you're negotiating with Iran, Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situations motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all.
Here are the facts. According to today's inflation report, as of April of 2026, this war with Iran is hitting your wallet hard and on a lot of fronts. And to add insult to injury, today's report also found that whatever small wage increase you may have seen over the last year just got wiped out. And I think we need to brace ourselves for more of this financial hardship because there's no end in sight to the war. Now, before I share the troubling numbers from today's Consumer Price Index report and share what else President Trump had to say about today's inflation report, which you're going to want to hear, I want to thank my paid Facts HQ subscribers for voting overwhelmingly for this story as the bonus this week. If you want to vote on next week's bonus story and get access to my private live event, which is happening tomorrow night, plus some other cool perks from me, make sure you follow these easy steps and you become a paid subscriber too. It is because of my awesome paid Facts HQ subscribers that I am able to continue to bring the news to you every single day. Without them, this page would disappear. So if you want to help support my work, and of course, only if you can, please consider becoming a paid subscriber. Okay, so first, according to today's CPI report, inflation in the month of April increased 3.8% over April of last year. 3.8%. That is the fastest increase of inflation that we have seen since May of 2023. For the record, the Federal Reserve wants that number to be 2%. 3.8% is nowhere near 2%. Of course, it is also nowhere near the 9.1% peak inflation we saw coming out of the pandemic in June of 2022.
Of course, to be honest, not everybody in America is struggling to make a living. Not everybody is in America because they are black people. Not everybody is struggling to make a living. Not everybody is trying to survive. People are living the life the way they are supposed to be living. People are living their life normally. But to white Americans, everything seems crashed, everything seems collapsing, everything seems out of control, you know. And you see the way the news anchor was asking Trump, what does he think about Americans financially? How does he think about their pockets? How does he think about how they survive? Trump don't care about you at all, don't care about nothing. He only care if Iran would be able to release another missile to America. I have more clips here. Work them. I'm going to come back with more commentary.
This is a country that is 100% black. The parliament is black. And for 34 years, you know it, that your economic standard has never changed. You know very well. It was so bad that you jailed for the first time in history one of your own black president, Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma was thrown in jail for being corrupt. They thought his corruption is the reason the economy was bad. Did your economy change? No, it didn't change. Do you see? It didn't change. So for the last 34 years, according to news report and some commentators, it's gotten worse. Not because of Nigerians and Kenyans and Ghanaians. No, you know that very well. All of you know it. This Dudula movement and March on March, you all know it's not Ghanaians or Nigerians. Here is what is twisted here. For two things that really bugs me. One is this. So they turned the country to black people, South Africans. And then one of you is July 26, 2013. July the 26th, 2013, not too long ago, Julius Malema gets up and then he formed the Economic Freedom Fighters. Listen to the name of the organization. A black man in a black country ruled by black people, controlling the economy and you name it, forms an organization that he is fighting.
All right, so let me get this straight. We're supposed to believe that Americans voted for Trump because of economic anxiety. You know, jobs gone, factories closed, times are tough, right? I mean, if economic anxiety is the real reason, then why haven't black Americans, a community that is statistically less wealthy, why haven't we voted overwhelmingly for fascism? Like, I mean, black Americans have faced centuries of economic anxiety, redlining, wage gaps, stolen wealth, I mean, you name it. And yet the majority of us aren't out here voting en masse for authoritarianism. Like, we're not. But let's really break it down. In 2016, 58% of white voters chose Trump, but only 8% of black voters did. So were black folks just not anxious enough? I mean, because last time I checked, the median black household wealth is like $24,000. But for white households, $189,000. Economic anxiety, my ass. Now, the real reason wasn't economic anxiety. It was cultural panic. A lot of white voters saw their world changing. I mean, there's more diversity, a black president, gay couples kissing on TV. And let's be even more honest. They were uncomfortable only with gay men doing it. Because y'all damn sure don't mind gay women. In fact, a lot of y'all fetishize lesbians, especially if they're feminine. But I digress. I'm not about to wake that tea up just yet. Anyway, Trump's whole Make America Great Again shtick was never about fixing the economy, clearly. It was about turning back the clock to when, let's be honest, America was only great for some people. Meanwhile, black voters, we've been here voting for policies that actually help everyone. Expanding health care, raising the minimum wage, better schools, things that actually benefit not just the black community, but all communities. You know, all lives matter, right? Remember? Okay, oh yeah, okay. Even when the system works hard to hold us back, we don't just throw everybody under the bus. Because unlike some, we know that scapegoating immigrants and tearing down democracy won't actually pay our bills or fix the economy. And also, let's not forget who protested civil rights and who stormed the Capitol because their guy lost. And economic anxiety, It's just a reason to excuse voting for racism and sexism and authoritarianism. And they're not going to ever say that shit with their chest, but, you know, because deep down they're weak as fuck. Next time somebody tells you that they voted for Trump because of economic anxiety or the cost of eggs or some other bullshit, just ask them why black people who have every reason to be anxious are still out here voting for progress and not.
Tell me this real quick. If black people are the biggest consumers in America and we only make up 14% of the population, then why out of the 14% is 20% of us still living in poverty? We spending trillions, but not owning anything but a pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoes. So where's the money going? If we have all of this buying power, why are we still broke? That doesn't make sense, right? Unless somebody's profiting off us staying poor. Or unless the system is designed to keep us consuming and never producing or building anything.
I want you to understand that black women still rising and doing well currently in this economy is shocking to them. They don't understand how your hope has not been lost. First, they dangled the idea of a woman possibly who looks like you being in office, took that away. You rose again. They disproportionately fired black women for their jobs, pushed them out even though they're their highest educated group. They wanted you to feel insecure, unstable. You rose anyway. Then they began talking about cutting of government assistance. And while not everyone benefits from that, others who do still doing their thing and making it happen. There are more black women opening businesses than ever before because they have been pushed to be entrepreneurs now. They now have to be their own boss because you showed them as a boss you would mistreat them. Overall, everything this administration has done to specifically target black women has not worked, and it will not work. And black women will continue to prosper. That's just how it's going to be.
In a comment section yesterday, I said I'm tired of being black. And in my DMs, I got conversations of, what does that mean? What do you mean you're tired of being black? And a lot of other people who claim to be allies or who say they're allies of black people, they don't understand that. And I'm not saying black fatigue. I'm saying being black in general. Being black comes with such a heavy responsibility. It also comes with a burden of a past that we can't escape. Being black means to always walk into a room and scan it to make sure someone else is there just in case something happens. Being black is walking into a store and praying that you're not characterized as a thief or a hood rat by the store owner just because of the color of your skin. Being black is going into an interview and praying that your name or the way your hair looks doesn't get you put to the side because they don't know if you're capable of doing the job, even though they've seen your application and know that you're probably overqualified for the position. Being black is always having to apologize for being black. To always know that there's a target on your back. To watch a country who is literally built off the blood and the bones and the tears of your ancestors tell you that you are not worthy enough to be a part of this country, to have a right to use your voice. Being black is hard. It is watching everyone devour your culture and your hairstyles and the way you speak and your art and your inventions, and then tell you that you are not allowed to capitalize off of it, or you're not allowed to say anything because it's not blackness, it's American. See, we're American when everybody wants to steal from us. We're black when no one wants to protect us. No one wants to stand up for us. It's tiring being black. And it's tiring having to explain that although I'm proud of being black.
Are y'all not tired? No, like seriously, are y'all not tired of this conversation. I have been seeing this going around more and more frequently, and it's just really making me think about how scary it is for people to see unity amongst the diaspora, and we not even realizing it. They just blatant in our faces. I've been seeing all this going around thinking that all these Black Americans specifically that are going to all these other countries, and that we're driving up the cost of everything. Like, as someone who currently now lives in Ghana, like, do y'all really think that we're coming to these places and we're saying, no, my friend, please don't charge me what you charge the locals. No, charge me what you charge foreigners. That's what I want. Do y'all think that's what we're saying? Do you think we want to be price gouged? Like, we are literally leaving our countries in droves because we are up to our necks in debt and we don't even have the same opportunity in other countries. And we just trying to get a relief, and we finally find it in these other countries that align with us. And to see, like, especially our people coming at us, especially I've had people in the comments that are from the continent, don't even live in the continent. They're living in other countries complaining about the same thing that they're saying that we doing. But they doing it. They tweeting that from Minnesota, Colorado, saying all these things. And it's just like, y'all, I really need y'all to think about the fact that, like, we're coming to these countries because we're looking for more quality of life, more fulfillment. We're looking to actually get more bang for our buck. And it's not to say that there aren't bad apples. There are always going to be bad apples. Like, I think that there's still this huge misconception that everybody that comes from the States has money, and that's absolutely not true. We run off debt. So most of us are up to our necks in debt. And even if you're in good debt, baby, you still indebted.
We're not poor. We're just broke. Our money God contribute.
Kevin Hassett, the director of the National Economic Council, thinks Americans have more money than ever.
And so the consumer is really firing on all cylinders, just like the corporate sector you're seeing in the earnings reports. And they're doing that because they have so much more money in their pockets. In fact, I had the head of one of the big 5 banks in my office yesterday going through the credit card data. And just as Secretary Bessent said, credit card spending is through the roof. They're spending more on gasoline, but they're spending more on everything else too.
If this doesn't illustrate just how out of touch leadership in this country is from the rest of us, those of us living on the ground, the middle and low income families, I don't know what does. Like, I'm going to spell this out for you, Kevin, okay? You're supposed to be the most in touch with the economics of this country. I'm going to spell this out for you. Credit cards getting used doesn't mean we have more money. It means we're using our credit cards because we don't have the money. Because I can tell you this, if I had the money, I wouldn't be using my credit card, would I? No, I wouldn't. But because the wealthy use debt as a tool to get richer and not have to pay taxes while doing it, I guess they think we do the same thing? No, we don't have the money. We don't have the revenue for that, okay? We don't. Most people don't even know how that works. There's probably a whole slew of people watching this video that just went, using debt to make more money. How does that work? Go look it up. It's a fascinating subject, but it is absolutely how the ultra wealthy, the wealthy and the ultra wealthy, it's how they don't pay taxes. It's how they create their net worth. Basically, they have all this stock, right? Or they have assets that they can't use to buy things, right? They've got companies, they've got whatever. And then they go to the bank, they need money, they go to the bank, and they take a loan against that stock or against those assets, and then they use that money from the loan to invest or whatever they do in order to make more money, and then they pay the loan off. But now they've got this capital, and it's just this weird little cycle that they figured out how to do so that they can make as much money as possible without ever paying a dime. And the fact that our leadership thinks that credit card usage means that we have more money means that they're looking at it through the lens of people that use
from country to country.
Check in. Welcome back. Now, we all know how much American economy has been crushed. Americans are struggling financially, politically, even emotionally, because there's nobody to pamper them anymore, because no one cares about them. No one cares how they are living. And they are asking questions. Black people are not complaining about nothing. And about economy, about lifestyle, about the fight, about the security, safety. They're just out there. And I will ask you one question once more. What haven't we endured as black people? What haven't we endured as black Americans? What haven't we come across in our life? We have faced everything, but you white people haven't faced nothing yet. So you feel like this economy is so harsh to you, it's destroying you, it's like not making you feel like, okay, I should be living in this country. Or somebody is stepping on me, somebody is winning over me, somebody is outshining me or something, And I feel disappointed in seeing that the people who believe that they have everything it takes to survive, they are now the one crawling, begging for help, asking the black people to go out there and protest because the economy is crushing them. And economy is crushing everybody. Not that we are so perfect about everything. No. But we are trying our best. We are sacrificing everything. As a father in the house, when you have kids in the house, whenever the food is little, you let the kids eat. You are the father, just drink water and you pray to God to make new ways for you tomorrow. But now for white American, they'll see a black man smiling, happy, just making just and everything so okay, but they don't know the motive behind the struggle. They don't know the thing behind how much they see them struggling, how much they sacrifice life, how much they cry behind the doors, how much they lack everything. But we can never showcase to the world that this is how we are struggling. No, never. Tell him in the comment section, how much do you sacrifice as a parent, a black person, a white person? How do you sacrifice for a family to feel comfortable? And how do you manage to put a smile on your face that nobody can tell how much you are struggling? And how much do you keep your things in your heart, not letting them out to protest or fight for anything? Tell us. We want us to know. Let us learn. Okay? God bless and peace be with you. I'm out.